have been given quite a lot of roles in this administration.
Yeah.
Look, no offense to these guys, but I have seen the before and after pictures of Secretary of State Blinken and former NSA Jake Sullivan. They don't look so hot at the end of all of this. And they were each doing one of those jobs. I mean, there are a lot of people that are saying, how on earth are you wearing these two hats? And what are the trade-offs that you have to think about?
There really isn't. I mean, in many cases, you end up being in the same meetings or in the same places. There's just one less person in there, if you think about it. The two jobs really do overlap in many cases. Obviously, there's the function of running the agency of the Department of State. But what I find myself in many cases doing is when a lot of people would come to Washington, for example, for meetings, and they'd want to meet with a national security advisor and then meet with me as Secretary of State. Now they can do both in one meeting. The same with when we're around the table, for example, in the Situation Room. There was a chair for the National Security Council, one for the State Department. Now they're both there.
Are you doing more time at the White House than traveling abroad?
Well, when there's a conflict, yeah. I mean, and so what we've had over the last couple of weeks is we've known that there might be something breaking out in the Middle East, and then we had to manage our role in it. So yeah, you spend more time there in that regard. But I go to the State Department almost every day because we have a lot of bilateral meetings with foreign ministers that are coming to town, so I go and see them over there.
Well, and the
but it's pretty
NSC
seamless.
has changed a lot under you, and I think a lot of people know what the Secretary of State role is, but how do you envision, what does the Marco Rubio NSC look like?
Well, it's not the Marco Rubio NSC, it's the Donald Trump NSC, and what its job is to coordinate the agencies to execute the president's mission. So it's the conductor of an orchestra. The NSC doesn't play the clarinet or the flute or the violin. Its job as the conductor is to make sure that everybody is playing the sheet music based on their instrument. And so you coordinate the different elements of our government depending on the issue, the national security issue. So if it's in this case, what's happening over the last couple of weeks, it's making sure the Department of Defense, the Department of Treasury, the Justice Department, all the different elements of government are represented around the table, and each of them have a piece or something they're supposed to be executing on and are doing their part. But ultimately, the ideas and the execution comes from the individual agencies. The job of the National Security Council is just to coordinate that, to ensure that all of the agencies are working together and doing their part of the broader strategic plan. And we have a great team at State too, so it kind of works seamlessly. It's worked very well so far, and I think the outcome proves it here with regards to what we've seen with Israel and Iran.